Good day, Mount Vernon. This is your Superintendent Jack Parker, bringing an enrollment update to you today. I want to share with you that we are continuing to grow as we expected. However, our actual growth, is trending just below our long-term projections that our demographer provided to us in 2019. Now, we share that because we want you to know that we pay attention to our enrollment and that change each and every year. As a matter of fact, this is actually the spreadsheet we use to track that. This is actual enrollment numbers from each fall for each of our cohorts for the last 5 years, including this year. And what we do is we track that cohort growth to see if we are trending in the direction that we're expecting to trend so that we can provide the facilities we need as we continue to grow. For the elementary side, you can see that some of the largest cohort growth in the last couple of years has been mostly in first and second grade. The middle school, you can see the largest cohort growth has been in seventh grade, except for this year, our largest cohort growth was actually in the sixth grade. And of course, the high school, that largest cohort growth is that freshman class, and that has been each and every year. That's something we pay attention to because as we plan our future growth plan, we want to make sure that we are ready to provide those facilities at the exact moment that we need them, not too soon and not too late. I also want to share with you that we have a great transfer policy. The board in the spring of 2019 passed a new transfer policy where our transfer families would need to apply in one of the 2-week single week windows in the spring of each year. We started using that in the fall of 19, and that allows us to continue to control our growth by slowing it or speeding it up a little bit with transfer students so that we can manage the space that we have in our current facilities. As you can see, in the first year we used this new policy, our transfer students went down just a little bit as by design. It's continued to go down each and every year. This year we started the school year with 575 transfer students. Now that is still third in the county. 2 other county schools have more net transfer students than we do. That's just what happens in the school enrollment world nowadays. I also want to let you know that of the 575 students that are transfer students this year, only 38 of them are from new transfer families. We will tell you that we love our transfer families, and once they come to us, we will always continue with them. And once a marauder, always a marauder. That's something that we want to ensure that they will be able to continue enrollment at Mount Vernon, assuming everything else goes really well. But I wanted to let you know an update on that and how we're using that policy to help control our growth. Now, this has caused us to push our future growth plan back a year because, as I shared multiple times, we're not going to build until we see the whites of their eyes. That's the most fiscally responsible thing to do. And we've already pushed back the elementary school construction by a year. In November at the board meeting, we actually pushed it back another year. That is something that we felt is the most responsible thing to do. We have plenty of space between now and then. Our plan is to have our new elementary school completed in the fall of the 25-26 school year. Now, as most of you will likely remember, that is when we will reconfigure our schools so that our 3 elementary schools will be grades K through 4. We will re-employ an intermediate school. The intermediate school will be grades 5 and 6, and that will make our middle school grades 7 and 8, and of course the high school will remain grades 9 through 12. That gives a lot of extra room in the elementary schools to grow when we take the 5th grade out. It gives a lot of extra room in the middle school when we remove the 6th grade from the middle school, and it allows us to continue to grow with that additional school, as decided by the community champions just a few years ago. A couple of other things. We have done some other things, and I will share with you in the little next map. But we do know we're going to need a high school renovation sometime as that school reaches capacity. They're not there yet. As a matter of fact, our projections are they won't even be at 1,500 next year. So just a quick update. Many of you have likely seen the dirt being moved to the north and to the east of our main campus property. That dirt being moved on this property are for the purposes of our future growth plan. We do expect by the beginning of next school year to have this whole new bus loop constructed around the middle school football field to allow us to separate the bus traffic and the parent traffic on two separate sides of the school building. It's our expectation that this new loop drive that we build next year will allow parents to queue and drop their students off in the front of the building, keeping the bus and parent traffic totally separate and in one single line for the parents. We're really excited about that. By December of 2023, the end of next calendar year, we do expect our transportation center to be complete. We're excited about that, to be able to get all of our buses behind a secure location and to be able to better facilitate taking care of our transportation needs and our buses. Now, as I shared with you earlier, we do plan to plant a new elementary school. It says Mount Vernon on this, but it's likely going to be called Fortville Elementary School, and the Fortville Elementary building will probably go back to being called Mount Vernon Intermediate School. But we expect that to be finished in the fall of 2025. That's an update on our enrollment and our future growth plan. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be happy to talk with you again in the future. Thank you, and have a good day.